Hi, good morning everyone. So today I want to talk about stress, the number one cause of almost every single disease, the number one cause and the number one reason why people find it difficult to lose weight. And yes, the connection between stress and the connection between weight loss and weight gain is real. The connection between stress and disease, ranging from diabetes to cardiovascular to high blood pressure to cancer, is real. So what exactly is stress? And today I'm over here to tell you we're not going to talk about the conventional methods of managing stress more effectively. Like I mentioned yesterday, we know meditation is great for you, but we're not going to talk about that. What I want to focus on today is the connection of stress with your body. We need to know that everything in your body is based on a hormonal balance. Everything in your body is based on biological, physiological, and chemical interactions between your cells. So when you say when you stay stressed for a longer period of time, there is a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone which we all need. So when we go through a stressful situation, your body increases cortisol, and because cortisol is increased, your adrenaline also increases, and we have reflex actions. We have the energy to react to the situation. We have energy to behave in the fight or flight response. That's all good. But now, what's bad for you is chronic stress. All of us need acute stress in our lives to motivate us to do the things that we do, to wake up every morning, to react in stressful situations. That's great. That's acute stress. Your stress levels go up and they come back down again. The problem today is chronic stress. That means when our stress levels go up and they stay up throughout the day, these chronic stress levels are bad for the human body because it keeps that hormone cortisol up. When cortisol is up, your thyroxine falls down automatically, your testosterone levels fall down automatically, and your DHEA, which is a hormone which is a precursor to immunity, also stays low. So the higher the cortisol, the lower these three hormones. And what are the problems that we have right now in our country? We have a thyroid issue, we have issues of low immunity, and we have issues of fatigue and tiredness throughout the day. Your fatigue and tiredness is related to your low testosterone levels. Your low immunity is related to your low DHEA, and low thyroxine is related to the innumerable number of people suffering from thyroid issues. So the issue is, we all have stress today. How do we manage this better? We can't get rid of half the stressful situations in our life, or the stressful people in our life, or whatever causes stress to us. So the idea is very easy to tell people that, oh no, manage your stress better, manage your stress effectively, get rid of the things that stress you out. But we all know, all of us know, that that's not entirely possible in the kind of world that we live in today. So today, I want to give you one tip that I would like each of you to work on. It revolves around a word called ideals. Now, each and every one of you, including myself, we have expectations of ourselves and we have expectations of other people. We have ideals for ourselves and we have ideals for the people around us and the world around us. Now let me give you an example. We have expectations that we should be a particular way, that we should look a particular way, that we should behave a particular way. Those are expectations of ourselves. And we have expectations of others as well, that they should behave a particular way, they should look a particular way, and they should behave in a particular way that makes you happy. Likewise, let's switch that to the word ideal. We have ideals of ourselves all the time, that we should be successful, that we should be handsome, that we should be pretty, that we should have a six-pack or a size 0 figure, that we should be successful at the work that we do. Those are ideals of ourselves that we create for ourselves. And then we have ideals from the world around us, that people should be perfect, that people should be on time, that people should always listen to you, that your kids should behave a particular way, that your home should always be neat and tidy, that your servants and your maids should behave a particular way. These are ideals that we develop of the world around us. These expectations and these ideals are basically not reality. They are fantasies of what we want reality to be. If you look around, things are constantly changing. Look at nature. Nature is constantly changing. You will never have the same day or the same hour of good weather or perfect weather. If you look around, billions of cells in you are changing every single second. they're dying, they're growing, they're replicating. There is change happening as part of nature everywhere. But yet, as human beings, we hold on to these ideals and we hold on to these expectations, and they cause stress. So yes, we may have stressful situations around us, but what ideals and what expectations are you holding on to? So the next time you feel angry, you feel sad, you feel depressed, you feel negative, you feel aggressive, you have a feeling of guilt, you have a feeling of resentment, stop at that point and reflect for a moment. What ideal are you holding on to that has caused that emotion? And you will always be able to find a connection between that behavior and that emotion and that ideal that you're holding on to. So for example, me, I have an ideal that people should be on time. And that ideal that I have of people having to be on time creates anger and frustration when people cannot be on time. And it's not that people don't want to be on time, but there are things like traffic, there are so many things that can delay people. But when I hold on to that ideal, it creates frustration and anger. And because I have those moments of frustration and anger, it impacts my behavior, and I create more stressful situations out of my own behavior. So my stress levels continue to be chronically high. Likewise, another ideal that I may hold on to is that if I leave home a little earlier, there should be no traffic because I'm trying to beat peak rush hour. But it doesn't have to be that way. Like me, there could be so many people who decide to leave early that day. But because I've held on to that ideal that things should be a particular way, it upsets me, it changes my mood, it changes my behavior, and I create more stress in my life through my behavior and through the thoughts that I think. So likewise, each and every one of us are attached to some expectation or some ideal about ourselves or about the way we want the world and people to be around us. And as much as we try to change stressful situations in our life, it is never going to be possible unless we start changing the way we think and the way we perceive stress and stressful people around us. It's very easy to blame someone and say, oh, you are the root cause of stress in my life, or a situation and say, this situation causes stress to me every single day, or a job that doesn't give you happiness because you're not growing. We have to accept that these are all ideals. How many people will really become the VP or CEO of a company? 1, 2. So when you're in an organization that has 5,000 employees, that may not be the ideal or expectation that you want to hold on to, but you may want to build ambition and a roadmap towards achieving that goal that you have. But everything doesn't have to work our way. And when we learn that, and we learn that the ideals that we're holding on to is the root cause of all stress, then we can implement 2 foolproof methods of handling stress: acceptance and letting go. Again, easy words to say and the most difficult habits to inculcate. The power of acceptance and the power of letting go. We can accept the behavior of stressful people around us, or we can let go of them. Very difficult to do, and again, you can only reach perfection of this particular habit when you understand the ideals and the expectations that you hold on to. So right now, if you're struggling with a weight problem, you're holding on to an expectation or an ideal that you should look a particular way. Yes, you want to. Your intention is correct. You have an intention of being healthy. You have an intention of looking a particular way. Now, don't be attached to that. It is impossible for the human mind to work on 2 different things together, like having an intention and working out the process at the same time. The human mind works sequentially. So you can have an intention followed by a plan to reach that intention, and then you detach from the intention and you only work on your plan. It is impossible for you to work on both of these aspects together. So coming back to your health, coming back to weight loss, you have your goal in mind, you have your intention in mind that you want to be healthy, you want to lose weight and look a particular way. That's your intention. Now leave it and work on the process. But every morning, don't wake up and revisit that intention and then, attach yourself and feel bad if you've not reached closer to your goal. It doesn't work that way. Like I said, expectation and ideal is the root cause of all stress. And we all know that stress is your biggest obstacle when it comes to losing weight. If you're working out well, if you're eating right, if you're sleeping well, and you're still not losing weight or you're still not getting healthy, stress is that missing link from the equation of healing and that equation of weight loss. So a little bit of homework for all of you. You may want to sit down and make a list of all the ideals that you have created in your life, all the expectations that you've created in your life. Because when you're aware of these ideals that you hold on to, you will be in a better position to address your root cause of stress. And the next time you feel sad, emotional, stressed, stop and think, what ideal are you holding on to? What expectation are you holding on to? And understand that everything is changing. People will die. Your loved ones will die. You will die. The healthiest of the healthiest people will get sick. Our bodies will all change. They will all age. We will all look different at different phases in our life. That is the truth of life. That is impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. And when we start realizing this and working and meditating on these few aspects that I just spoke about, we understand that nothing is permanent. And then we learn to accept, we learn to let go, and we learn to detach from every little thing that causes stress in our everyday life. So have a great weekend, have a meaningful weekend. I always tell people, if you're not happy doing something, it's an ideal world. Yeah, it's easy for me to say follow your heart and do what you're passionate about, but it is possible. People are doing it all the time. To make that decision, you need to know yourself. You need to look inside. All of us are always looking outside. We're looking at the life of a VP, the life of a CEO, the life of a celebrity, and wishing that we have lives like that. You think the grass is greener on the other side, but the grass is always greenest on the place that you're standing. You have the power in your hands to stand on dead grass, or you have the power to water the grass that you're standing on and make it greener every single day. So look inside for what's going to make you happy. Look inside for meaning in your life. Never depend on external people or situations, because that's not real and that's not you. Have a meaningful weekend, everyone. Until then, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. Work on your ideals. It'll take you that one step closer towards managing your stress effectively. Take care.